Hey guys, Corey from Aquariumcoop.com. Today we're at a German fish breeder's house, and there's an amazing North American tank here, cold water tank, and then he's breeding pufferfish. He's in the process of moving, so not everything's over here, but already it's amazing, and I'm hoping I make a good friend because he's bred the Shodenai puffer and lots of puffers. He keeps over 35 different species. We won't see that many today, but it's awesome. So here we go. This is like almost 180 gallons, and it's a native tank with like the rainbow shiners, and this is a native fish to America, and we almost never see it in shops. We could, but it starts out like this fish right here. That's kind of the orangish version, and it colors up into these that look absolutely amazing. And then he's got like the pumpkin seed fish, and then there's some stuff that's got to go in his pond, but he's moving. So like the sturgeon that's surfing through, he's got to get the pond up, and he's got I want to say China, I know they're from Chinese, but the high-fin banded sharks. Phew, couldn't get it out. But then there's things that I've never seen in person before, and let me show you some of there's some freshwater blennies in here somewhere, and there's lots of, there's one right there. That's a freshwater blenny, which is amazing. Never seen them before. Such a cool fish. And there's some Rhinogobicus species like this right here. There's a lot of cool things in this collection. I want to come back because he's got so many species. But a cool water tank. Look at that. Look how cool that is. Surfing the top. Got the Matin filter, the airlift, and then a power head to surf the current right up front. Gorgeous tank. I wish I had this in my living room. The natives. Oh, so good. Not native to him though. Alright, let's go look at some of the puffer fish. So here we have a Fahaka puffer, and he told me it doesn't look that good, and I was like, oh, it's okay. And he's like, yeah, I've had this one for over 12 years, so it's already 12 years old in his care here, and just kind of a cool fish to have that long. And he's got some feeders in here and feeding him some big clams and mussels and that type of thing, but it's a happy fish. But once we get space, there's other people looking at the puffers right now. We'll go take a look at the breeding rack. So here we go. We've got the rack. This is the first rack he moved over. And so he's got a group of ABI puffers, which is super cool. And he's basically bred all these. Here's the hairy puffers he's bred, which is crazy. And then over here, spotted Congo or Shodenai, and these are babies, but these are the last of the group he hasn't sold because they were deformed. So these are, not for sale or anything, but they were what was left over of the last spawn that he did. There's a couple of them in there, and this is a spawning group of what puffer was this again? The Cochinensis. Okay. But yeah, big bulldog of a male there. The females right in the front and to the side. But another breeding group. And there's fry down in these tanks. I can see, if I can zoom in a ton on that leaf, there's their fry. And then if we come over here, these are arrowhead puffers that he's raising. He doesn't have the parents here. They're at his other place. He's still moving. So there's arrowhead puffers in here, and then over here there's more of those babies. If you can see right in the back there, way in the back. So it's pretty neat, honestly. And I forget what's in here, but there's a lot of brine shrimp going on. Maybe he's just holding this for food, but it's super cool. He was saying one of the best tricks is you just have to stock a lot of them. Spread the aggression around like you would an African cichlid tank or a Malawi tank. so that they don't get the brunt of the aggression. They spread it out and they don't kill each other. So super cool. I can't wait to come back when he's set up everything. Can't believe I get to talk to someone who's bred them. They're really hard to breed though. Really, really tiny eggs and tiny food. 5.5 pH. Got some work cut out for me. It's got like a little paludarium with eels in here. Lots of lava rock. Oh, there's frogs. Look at that. If you zoom in, there's a frog right there. Or a toad maybe. But yes, this gentleman doesn't want to be on camera, so you can hear him in the background, but prefers not to be on camera. And he likes to feed mealworms to the puffers. They bite him up and they've got a stomach. And so he says other fish, yes, can be a problem with the worms burrowing out, but he's never had a problem with the puffers. He's got feeder fish down here. And, you know, very intense labor of love, but when you start breeding on this level, you know, and just making all these puffers, it's he says he likes it because they're all different. Like one might scatter the eggs, one might guard them, one might, you know, lay a few every day, that type of thing. So he gets a lot of behavior differences between the species, and he owns 35 different species at the moment. He's collecting more, and I haven't asked him yet how many he's bred, but even just to see what he's got here, and I think everything that we've seen today he has bred. I don't know if he's bred Fahaka puffers, but I could ask him. I don't know if he's got big enough tanks to do that or if he just keeps it as a pet. But it's really cool. I'm sitting on a bench right now, and this is where you get to see the puffers starting to do their natural behavior because you're kind of away from the tank and you're not moving. So you see those babies? Those are babies. So I think he was saying that those are about 6 weeks to 2 months old from these guys up here. And then the ones over here in this lower tank, yeah, now that I'm back away there, you can see them. Those are about 1 month old. And a lot of puffers take very, very tiny food. And like with the Shodenais, their eggs are light sensitive and that type of thing that he's found. So, you know, a lot to learn, and I'm so fortunate to be here and meet him, and hopefully we'll email each other and he'll help me get through learning how to breed them, because yeah, so cool. That female is filled with eggs. It's so cool. We're gonna go. He invited us to go to the his local club. They're having a meeting tonight, so we're gonna go. It's in German, but we're gonna go and just hang out and, you know, look at pictures. Right? You don't have to speak the language to look at pictures. There's a bunch of these arrowhead puffers in here. They're just hiding really well, and they look really cool. It's definitely inspiring. I've never met a puffer breeder before, and I don't know, it's like a different art form of itself. Yeah, I think that's the big adult male that came out of the pot. Maybe he's trying to entice them. But yeah, so my first question was these racks. I was like, oh, do they just make these and you buy them? And no, he's made them. He likes them to be white, and he's made all the slides and all that kind of stuff. So this is his own design, and so he's got to move everything over, and it's going to take a little while, but super cool. Not bad for a tiny little fish room going on right here, but he's got a lot to move, and you can kind of see there, it's right next to his little dining room table, and you can see on the wall, it's a cool picture of a puffer eyeball. It looks like it might be his 12-year-old puffer that's right over there. If I zoom in more, I don't even know where he's at right now. He's blended in from this far. Oh, there he is, right in the middle. But all right, well, I know we've got to go to the talk, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know I did. Hopefully he'll invite us back when he's moved everything over, and maybe I'll have some luck breeding some pufferfish. But definitely one of the coolest things I've seen while I'm in Germany. So thanks for watching. So while we were looking at other stuff, these guys started spawning after he fed, and I said I have to get this on camera.